What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is my review and breakdown for The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 2, Episode 8. Guys, if you like this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for all this Walking Dead news, reviews, rumors, all that good stuff. But let's get into this episode. With 2 episodes to go, will we get a Rick Grimes reference or cameo or Easter egg in the finale? I don't know, but this episode was pretty badass. We opened 2 years ago with an interesting scene between Indira and Elizabeth, where Indira tells Elizabeth that she is sick. She has liver cancer or failed liver, and she needs reassurance that her family will be okay and looked after by the CRM. And Elizabeth does one better and says, I will get you medical supplies so you can be around for your family, because I know what it's like to lose a loved one, and I seen my daughter lose her father. But then, of course, in last week's episode, Indira's son was killed by the CRM. That's breaking the truce that was between Indira and Elizabeth, which it was kind of suiting towards Elizabeth that the leadership would not change at the pyramid, because when leadership changes, thinking changes, and maybe a different leader will cause more problems. But very sad opening to this episode, seeing everyone's reaction to losing their loved one. But Dr. Leo Bennett is trying to convince the scientists at the CRM to leave, to join this rebellion that he's building, because he shows them what they've been doing, wiping out colonies like the campus colony and like Omaha and soon to be Portland. Interesting conversation between Silas and Dennis about what is right and wrong. Indira wants to stand down as the leader of the pyramid, and she wants to escape. She wants to leave. She wants to flee. She doesn't want to fight the CRM. She just wants everyone to be safe, but she is not the leader anymore. She told everyone she was sick. Interesting scene here between, Asha and with Elton. But Jadis is awesome since she joined the show. She's fantastic just to watch. She really is. Her screen presence, her line delivery, fantastic. Very scary villain. And she is a full-on villain right now. She really, really is. And then we have, of course, Hope, who persuades General Beale's son to come with her. And these two characters have been kind of in a love interest, Mason and Hope, and I thought, oh no, she's going to bring Mason into this and he's actually undercover. But actually they're using Mason against the CRM as bait so they can get out. They can say, I have General Beale's son, you have to let us out, you can't kill any of us whatsoever. And Hook is very pleased that this plan is working and her friends are escaping. We get to see Dr. Leo Bennett, we get to see Felix, with these sledgehammers. And we find out later in the episode there's actually underground mines, and that's how they're escaping. And there's some parts of this plan that we weren't told about, so we have to see how it progresses in the episode to know what the plan is, which was pretty cool. But then you have Mason, who was shocked at the experiments that the CRM are doing. He doesn't know anything about this whatsoever. But this mole right here from the Parameter community, who's been sketchy since day one, he goes to the CRM to tell them that the Parameter community is leaving, and then he wants Hook to give him, full residency in the CRM, or she will have a lot of explaining to do, because he's about to tell Jadis that she brought Hope to the Parameter community, which we got to see a few episodes ago. So Hook's in a very difficult situation. And then we have the CRM showing up at the Parameter community, and everybody is afraid because they don't know what's going to happen next. They're going to be executed more likely. And then Hook has to make a quick decision, and she ends up blowing the brains off of this guy. And then you have the CRM soldiers walk in, and then you have Jadis walking in saying, what the hell, Hook, what are you doing? And then Hook comes up with a pretty good reason to kill him, saying he was saying that we wiped out the Omaha community and the campus colony. He was spreading false information, and Jadis knows that it's not false information. It's the truth. It really, really is. But it looks like the Parameter community, along with Elton, is about to be executed. And pretty interesting moment here. I actually thought they were going to die. I thought, how are they going to get out of this? Who's going to come and save the day? It looked like that Elton was ready to die. He was holding hands with Asha, who he really, really likes, and he was watching this leaf kind of float in the air. And, you have Jadis as well over the walkie-talkie talking to, Indira about, look, just spare everybody, just maybe take me, we didn't do anything, we won't say anything. And Jadis, of course, is just fully brainwashed by the CRM. She can't take any chances whatsoever. And Hook is like, you don't have to kill them. You don't really have to do this whatsoever. And it looks like, well, she gives the go-ahead to just wipe out all of them, to kill all of them, to execute them, which is pretty brutal, considering that Jadis' community was brutally wiped out by Negan's group as well, by Simon, and she was pretty devastated over that. But we have Will, who has a gun, Dennis shows up as well, and Silas to save the day. All three of them have guns, and they're able to stop the CRM soldiers from executing the perimeter community. And this is probably the best scene that The Walking Dead World Beyond has done. It was pretty badass. It was pretty cool. It was hectic. You didn't know what was going to happen next. And the perimeter community, along with Dennis, Will, and Silas, were able to defeat these CRM soldiers and survive, which was pretty awesome. I thought that Indira would sacrifice herself to maybe save her daughter Asha or somebody else, considering that she's already dying and pretty sick. But she's able to wipe out this CRM soldier before he can kill her daughter. So that was awesome. Then this very cool smile from Elton to Silas when Silas was holding the gun and taking down some CRM soldiers. I really like Silas. He's a big guy. He is a little bit of a softie as well, but he's a badass. He's really, really tough and able to take on absolutely anybody. So they're able to stop the CRM soldiers, but it's not all good because Dennis has been hit by a bullet and it looks like he is about to die, which Hook will be very, very sad about, and more motivation to go against the CRM and to maybe take down Jadis and maybe even her mother Elizabeth as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But the perimeter community hasn't been fully wiped out, but there's a fire and they probably don't have time to clean everything up, so they're probably just going to have to evacuate and leave straight away. But back at the CRM, we have the soldiers trying to get into the location where you've got Hope, Iris, you've got Felix, Dr. Leo Bennett, all the scientists, all the people trying to escape, and of course a captured Mason. And they get into this room, but the scientists, Dr. Leo Bennett, have left a trap. An explosion happens, and a lot of the CRM soldiers are just wiped away. Some of them probably die, and it's very hard to stop Dr. Leo Bennett and his his group of scientists. And Jadis, in this episode, at the very end, the kind of big cliffhanger is that she knows exactly where they're going through the mines, and she knows where they are. So she is sending CRM soldiers to the mines to wipe them out. So what will the group do now? Do they have a plan for this? Because what I liked about the episodes, we didn't know the plan about this episode whatsoever. We didn't know the step-by-step plan. We learned it as we watched it, as it was presented to Jadis, which I really liked, because I thought that, Hope would be blinded by love. She would bring Mason in, and Mason would be a mole, and he would turn on her and stuff like that. But actually, she's pretty smart, and she used Mason as bait to get her family and her friends out of there alive. Well, nearly. We'll have to see how it goes in next week's episode. But yeah, enjoyable episode. I thought it moved the story forward pretty much. Awesome action scene near the end, the gun battle in the perimeter community, and I'm interested to see what happens next week for sure. Because we only have 2 episodes left, so the pace has picked up, and I actually think since Jadis has been introduced, the show has just been better. It really has, because Pollyanna McIntosh, who plays the character Jadis, her acting is astonishing. She's fantastic. She really, really is. And Dr. Leo Bennett is a fantastic actor. I think the actress that plays Hook is doing pretty good this season as well. Elizabeth's an awesome actor. Felix, Will. These better actors are getting more screen time this season instead of just the kids. And the kids are just kids. They're learning their trade. They'll be better actors when they get older and stuff like that. Right now, they're doing a fine job. They're not terrible or anything, but I just think the experienced older actors are really selling it right now, really selling the stakes of this story. And that's fantastic. It really, really is. But 2 episodes to go. Will we get Rick Grimes references? I hope so. An Easter egg, a cameo, a voice, something, a note, something bringing us into the Rick Grimes movies, which are rumoured for early 2022, but then again, we've been hearing that since Rick left the show, that the movies are about to film. But guys, thumbs up, subscribe, let me know your thoughts about this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.